Or maybe I'm rushing. I should just wait up until I get home and just do the stream then. But it's fine. I've already started. Um, Crazy announcement. It's okay. Like usual, I'm going to wait for a couple of people to come on, and then I can start talking because otherwise I'm talking to myself, which is weird. That's why I prefer to do lives. Man. Like I want to talk to people, so me talking to myself is not gonna help that. So yeah, let me wait for them to come on, and then I can officially start. Where are these people? They're taking their sweet time. I'm sure they got the notifications that I'm live. Hopefully, no one disturbs this live. So yeah, officially, Conor McGregor has been announced. Conor McGregor versus Michael Chandler has been announced for, I think it's International Fight Week. I mean, it's a decent fight, but after how Conor McGregor has looked, but you know what? I think I think Michael Chandler has gotten old enough for Conor McGregor to be able to win this fight. I think Michael Chandler has retained his ranking because he has to give it to Conor McGregor, in my opinion. I think if Conor McGregor wins a fight, he's going to get a shot at the belt. That's what I think. I think that's what the UFC is going to do. Um, if Conor McGregor manages to beat Michael Chandler, of which I think is highly possible. So basically, if you don't already know about this, Dana White in his post-fight interview announced a couple of fights for, yeah, a couple of fights. Let me not say for which specific card. He announced Islam Makhachev versus Dustin Poirier. He also announced um, Conor McGregor versus Michael Chandler. He also announced Paulo Costa and Sean Strickland, right? I don't know when Paulo Costa and Sean Strickland is going to happen, but yeah, I'm assuming that let me not say this. It might be a fight night. I don't know. He didn't give us specific dates, or maybe I missed it. I'll have to basically check. But I want to specifically speak about Conor McGregor versus Michael Chandler. As I was saying, I think Conor McGregor has a high possibility of actually winning this fight, largely because Michael Chandler is older. Michael Chandler does not have quality wins in the UFC, I think. He beat Dan Hooker when Dan Hooker was on a downhill, or when Dan Hooker was on his skid. You know, he didn't beat Dan Hooker when he was, fighting the likes of Dustin Poirier into like that. That was, I wouldn't say prime hooker because I think prime hooker is right now. Um, Dan Hooker looks sensational at this point in time. So I don't know, man. Michael Chandler does not have that many quality wins. I don't feel like, even though he is very well rounded, he can wrestle, he can strike. I think he has horrible striking defense. I think Conor McGregor will be able to defend takedowns. If Conor McGregor was able to survive that long in the octagon against Habib Nurmagomedov, then I think he's going to be able to survive any type of grappling exchanges from Michael Chandler. Conor McGregor is a little bit younger than Michael Chandler. I think this is just the UFC saying we want to give Conor McGregor a title shot, but he has to beat someone. I think that's also why Michael Chandler has remained. I think Michael Chandler is still in the top five, and I think he's going on 2 years without being active. And technically, you should be removed from the rankings if you're not active. But I'm sure it's because, or at the very least, he should have went down on the rankings. So I think they kept the rankings there because they truly believe that Conor McGregor is going to win that fight, and after that, they are going to give him a title shot. I wouldn't be shocked at Max Holloway fighting Conor McGregor in the sphere for the BMF belt. I don't know, man. Like, there's so many things that could happen going forward from here. But I don't know if that many people are excited, especially MMA fans. Um, in terms of what, I'm not wrong in terms of what. Can you please elaborate on that? So I'm not sure if a lot of MMA fans are UFC fans are excited about the comeback, largely because Conor McGregor has not looked that great. Michael Chandler beat, I mean, Tony Ferguson, and like right now, a Tony Ferguson win is not that good, you know. So I don't know if obviously Conor McGregor appeals to more than just the UFC fan, but I don't know. I don't feel like there's enough excitement around the fight, or maybe it's because of the high of UFC 300 and people just are just coming off of this crazy pay per view. So it's difficult to get excited for Conor McGregor, and I think probably that's one of the reasons why they didn't mention it in the pre-fight press conference or whatever the case is. Maybe they didn't want to take away the shine from the actual pay-per-view. I don't know their reasoning, but the excitement is not there. From at least from where I'm standing, I feel like if you want to see how excited people are, go to YouTube MMA, right? Not corporate. Corporate is your ESPN and MMA fighting and all these type of things, which are great, but I feel like those people are just putting out news. When you want to see if people are excited, go to content creators, and that's where you'll see if there's like any sort of excitement. And so far, I feel like it's more of reports of the fight happening and not necessarily people being excited about the fight, you know. So hopefully they actually stack that pay-per-view. Um, because for me personally, I like Michael Chandler and I like his style of fighting. And I'm not gonna sit here and lie and say I don't hope Conor McGregor wins, because when Conor McGregor is active and he's winning, it's better for the sport, you know. Um, Not only as a content creator, obviously I have a channel, I'm going to benefit significantly from Conor McGregor being popular, or rather being winning fights and all those type of things, because it brings more traffic. But I think it grows the sport in general, you know. It makes the sport a little bit, because I think a lot of people got introduced to MMA because of someone like Conor McGregor. So personally, despite the fact that I don't feel like there's excitement for this fight, I am excited. You know, I like Michael Chandler. I like Conor McGregor. I just feel like they need to dedicate a little bit more time, especially Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor was once special, and I still feel like he has that ability. It just comes down to how dedicated he wants to be at doing this. Obviously, the money might have influenced certain things, but I'm hoping that when he comes back 100 times better than he was, because in his last two fights, Dustin Poirier owned him, you know. Um, Let me reply to Pixel. In terms of UFC wanting Conor McGregor to be champ again for money. Oh yeah, most definitely. Most definitely, that's the only reason Michael Chandler is still ranked in the top five. I think Michael Chandler is still in the top five, right? I think so, yeah. And he hasn't been active for like 2 years, so that's the only reason. Yeah, that's how I got into the UFC, through Conor McGregor, even though I don't like him personally. Yeah, that's basically what I've been saying. I feel like Conor McGregor, despite the no matter how you feel about Conor McGregor, he is very good for the sport. I think he grows the sport. I think he grows channels like mine, because my channel is still very small. But when you get the people that are really popular, the crazy thing is Dustin Poirier is probably the most popular fighter based on the result that I've been getting on my channel. The fights, or rather the predictions that have been extremely popular on my channel, was Justin Gaethje versus Dustin Poirier 2 and UFC 299, which had Dustin Poirier. Those are the two videos on my channel. Those are the highest videos on my channel. One is 23,000, and the other one is 21,000. So Dustin Poirier is really popular, and that's what fighting Conor McGregor can do for your career. And I'm looking forward to actually him fighting Islam Makhachev. I wonder when that fight is going to be, because up next it's the year is running by too fast, man. I mean, next month is going to be May, so I wonder if the fight is going to happen next month. He put UFC on the map 100%. Yeah. What did you think about the UFC 300 fights? Um, Pixel, I reacted to UFC 300 on a variety of live streams. If you want to see my live streams, just go to the live section of the channel. I reacted to um, Max Holloway. Like, I actually got 10 out of 13 fights correct in my predictions. The fights that I got wrong were Alex Pereira. I actually picked Jamal Hill. I picked Charles Oliveira, and I picked Jalen Turner, but the rest I got correct. So if you want to see my reaction to UFC 300, just go to the live section of the channel. You'll find a variety of reactions for individual fights and for like the whole pay-per-view. I'm still going to react to individual fights. So if you want to see that, subscribe. There are interviews that I also do actually. I have an interview. I think I've said this before today. I have an interview with the EFC featherweight and lightweight champion. We might do it today, we might do it tomorrow. I'm not going to confirm time. If you're subscribed and if you turn on your notification, you'll get a notification when I go live and I start doing the interview. There are a couple of interviews that I've already done. You can check it on the live section of the channel. There's also shorts if you're new to the channel. There are also shorts where you get statistics and my predictions early. So yeah, I'm a little bit excited for Conor McGregor versus Michael Chandler. I don't want to lie and say I'm not as excited as I was for UFC 300, but maybe that feeling will change. The more they promote that fight, the more the time for them to fight comes soon. But it's insane to think that next month is May, dog. Like, a couple of weeks ago, wasn't it January? Like, it's so crazy. Or maybe it's because I'm doing so much, I'm so busy that I don't see the time passing by. But it's so insane that next month is May, and just 2 months from now, Conor McGregor will be fighting. Like, I don't know, man. I feel like the month is going by really, really quickly. Cause he is black too. Who are you talking about, man? Who are you talking about? Oh no, you mean Jamal Hill? No, man. I honestly feel like my reason for picking Jamal Hill was, and like, also I got 10 out of 13, dude. So there are obviously white fighters that I picked. So why would you say I picked him because he was black? That's crazy. But nonetheless, I picked him because I felt like he was a better version of Jan Blachowicz, and Alex Pereira struggled against Jan Blachowicz. So that's basically why I picked him. But to be honest, my prediction analysis told me that Alex Pereira is going to win. I just felt like Jamal Hill, Jamal Hill had a higher fight IQ, so I thought maybe he would be able to mix in everything, and I guess I was wrong with that. He didn't even try to mix everything up. But seriously, I thought Jamal first, but then when I see how much he missed off Poatan, yeah, in hindsight, like I should have went with my initial instincts of going with Alex Pereira. But I mean, I got 10 out of 13, so I don't feel that bad about my predictions. Obviously, I still have to improve. My goal is to make sure that I get 100%. But even before I when I was predicting, I actually did say, "Oh, if I get more than three wrong, I will be very disappointed in myself." So that's the amount that I'm okay with losing in every single fight card. If I get 10 correct and I get like three wrong, that's not that bad for me. Um, I recently improved my prediction analysis, so I'm just curious to see how it's going to work for the next few cards, fight nights, and the pay-per-views. So yeah, I'm going to be doing a couple of other streams today. I've already done a lot. I was so excited for UFC 300, man. Like, if you want to see my reaction to that, go to the live section of the channel. It was incredible. But this stream was for Conor McGregor. But I think I've said everything I wanted to say. See you on the other stream. If you're not subscribed, if you want to see my streams, just subscribe and turn on the notifications. Until we meet next time, I love you guys. Deuces. Or see you in the comment section.